Hello, spoon feeders. Welcome to another episode of Spoon Fed Truth, a podcast about life when the manual's gone missing. I'm your host, Vicky. I am joined by my co-hosts, Damien and Emma.
Hi.
Hello.
Today we have a special guest. Her name is Layla. Say hi, Layla.
Hi, guys.
Layla is the byproduct of the love between Paul and myself. Paul, who happens to be in snooze land at the moment, so he's not joining us today, but he will be back when he's awake. So how is everyone?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
Very well.
What about
What's
you?
new in your world?
Oh, I bought a new car.
Oh, yay! That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes. How's that going?
Good. Love it. It's pretty
Speed
good.
Demon.
Yeah. It's so
And-
nice to drive.
Damien, didn't you recently get a car also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we car people now?
No.
No.
I just, took a little while to get it, but got it and it's working. So that's the main thing.
I love your microphone, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Lucas.
Lucas.
Poor appointment
Luke's-
loves it
Look
too.
closely at it. It's actually crossed
It says Layla's.
Yeah.
Oh, and I've
Poor.
got a dermal therapy lip balm.
Oh,
Berry.
right. Very hygienic.
These ones are mine.
Yes, thank you, Layla, for providing microphone stands for our little microphone.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we might just get straight into it. So Layla is joining us because today's podcast, we wanted to get Layla's take on disability as the byproduct, as the child of someone who is disabled. Now, Layla, first, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself? What do you enjoy? What are you passionate about?
Who are you?
So, my name is Layla. I'm 14 years old. I'm in year 9. I enjoy playing volleyball. I don't do it like professionally. Like, I just do it for fun with my friends and whatever. I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro. Okay, so can you tell our viewers / listeners what does a typical day look like in our family, and how do you describe our household to your friends?
So right now I'm on holiday, so it's a bit different. But normally, like when I get ready, during school, I get ready for school. Sometimes I'll say hi to Dad if he's awake. Then I'll go to school, and then after when I get home, he's normally asleep. So, like sometimes he's asleep, sometimes he's awake. If he's awake, I go out with him sometimes, or I do therapies with him. But if not, I'm just doing homework, spending time with family, stuff like that.
Do your friends know about your dad and his disability?
More my close friends know about it. Like, I'm not hiding it or anything, but I don't feel like it's not something that comes up in conversation normally.
Doesn't need to be the main topic of
Yeah.
conversation. all the
Unless they're
time.
coming over or like it comes up in conversation, then I'll
Yeah.
say. But
So do you warn your friends, like, my dad is disabled, we have carers at home? Do you let them know?
yeah, sometimes there have been times where they've come over and I'm like, oh, my dad's disabled, but usually they already know about it. So yeah.
Okay. So even though you don't remember Dad's accident itself, when did you first become aware that our family was a little bit different from other families?
I think I realized when I would see maybe at school, like if at school when the parents were allowed to come and stuff, like everyone, like their dads were with them and their dads were talking to them, and my dad was at hospital.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's when I realized. I don't remember when it was, but I remember like seeing, oh, why can't my dad be like that? Why does he have to be in hospital?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was it like growing up knowing your dad needed help with everything? Has that shaped the way you see the world?
Um, I'm not sure actually. Like, I don't know.
Because I can tell you, and I know you've heard me say this before. I think you are in a unique position having a dad that is disabled, because you haven't grown up typically the way that your peers have. And everyone's got their own thing in their family, but ours particularly, we have carers in the home 24/7, and you and your sister have grown up with carers since you were 5 when it happened. And I can even remember the day that you were in kindy, and dad's accident happened on a Friday, and by Monday I had to go to the school and approach your kindy teacher to say Layla's going to need a little bit of extra TLC because her dad's been in an accident. And I was emotionally charged, so I did not know how I was going to have the words even come out. And my mum came with me to the school, and Layla went off to play because I tried to make everything as normal as possible. And the teacher, her kindy teacher, happened to be on playground duty, and she came up and I said, Mrs. whatever her name was, said, I'm really sorry. I need to speak to you. And she goes, don't worry. Natalie already told me everything. And Natalie, who is my cousin's wife, who worked at another local school, primary school in the area, and she had kindly called the school for me, and just explained the situation. And I was like, I wanted to cry then, because I was like, oh my God, thank you, Nat, so much, because I didn't know how I was going to find
Explain
the words.
everything.
Yeah. And the teacher took Layla's hand and they walked off, and she was like, come on, let's go draw Dad a picture for when he wakes up, and that was really sweet. So the school was very, very supportive.
Yeah.
So because Layla, you were such a young age, I know you don't remember that much, but do you have any memory of Dad as an able-bodied person?
You know those change tables? There was like, I was standing on a change table, and Dad, he just finished, I think he got me and Sophia dressed, and he like stood back a bit, and he was like, oh, jump to me, and I was so scared too. But in the end I did, but that was only because Sophia did it first. I was chicken.
Daredevil, hey?
Yeah.
So you do have memories?
Yeah, which is surprising because I remember I was really, really young, like 2-3 years old.
Core memory, that one.
Yeah.
And I think because your dad used to constantly wrestle with you. He had this thing that he used to do with the kids. I think it was from is it Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? One of the and you go Madougan. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. That Street Fighter. So he used to do that and like karate chop them in the gut, and then they would fall onto the bed. So he used to do that all the time. So Layla, are there any moments where you feel proud of how our family handles things? Like, is there anything that stands out?
I think just seeing how far Dad's come along, like, I know he's not the same as before the accident, but like, when if you compare him to when he first like was in hospital to now, he can now like eat, is it softer foods, like thicker foods, and like he can eat more, he can make sounds, he can move his his feet and his hands, like yeah, if you compare him to before and now, it's like he's made such a big difference.
Yeah.
Really has.
Okay. So some kids your age might not understand what it's like to have a parent with a disability. How would you describe it to them? And maybe think about like having care staff in your home and things
Yeah.
like that.
So if I just explain to someone, oh, my dad's a quadriplegic, they're not going to understand that. So I explain to them a bit what happened to dad, and then I'll just say now he's in a wheelchair, he can't talk, he can't walk. But then I do tell them about the carers. They can, and
Sometimes they complain.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes I complain about them.
Yeah, unpack that. What bothers you?
I feel like I have no privacy at home now. Like I have to be careful how I dress, how I talk, how I act. Like I have to be nice all the time. Sometimes I just want to scream at them, but I can't.
That's all right. That's all right. It's the truth, but isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
And like sometimes they act like they're my parent. Like I understand you did say to me how some of them they're parents themselves, so it's like an instinct, but like still you kind of, some of them are all right, but like
Some of them.
but some, if mum's not home on a Friday night, they're like, oh, you have to be in bed by this time, you can't get out, you have to do this, you have to do that.
Really?
That.
I can't say on.
you just said who on what day.
Okay.
Definitely
It's a
not me.
discussion off camera.
Okay.
Just doing
So
one who isn't even a parent.
Yeah.
It's all you,
Um,
mate.
yeah, so I know you have some hang-ups about support workers telling you sometimes what to do, especially if I'm not around. But I have said to you before, a lot of carers that work here are parents themselves. And so it's just a natural instinct that it kicks in, that they will look out for your safety, or sometimes they forget because it's a home environment that, and you're also a child, even though you're not their child, but you can't always take the parent out of the situation. So they have that natural instinct to say, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. Or, are you sure you're allowed to do that? Is mum okay with you doing that?
I do understand when it comes to like safety, like even you guys, if we go out, you're like, oh, careful if you cross the road. Like remember that
Yes.
time with the
Yeah.
car nearly ran me
Yeah.
over?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we ever tell you? We were crossing the road from the oval, and I was crossing, this car comes flying and it nearly hit me.
It was like a golf, yeah. It was so
Yeah.
bad, yeah.
He was
I
speeding,
was so
obviously.
mad, yeah. He was speeding, yes. And I didn't want anything to happen to Layla.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
worry, I'm smart. Like
Yeah.
To be honest, even I have that instinct sometimes, not with the girls, but like with the dogs. Like if they're doing something, I'm like, boss! He knows my voice. So even sometimes I'll see them doing something, like I can't just let them, chew that thing up or.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're dogs. I'm not gonna chew something up. I'm not gonna pull a plant in the garden.
Obviously.
You might not, but your sister.
But what do you like about carers? Do you have anything good?
I like you guys.
Yeah, say something positive about them.
now. Like what's something, Layla? What's something that you like about carers as well? Like what is something that you like? I don't know, like a positive about the situation.
I like you guys.
Thanks.
That's like
Why?
Yeah, why do you like me and Damien?
because you guys. Okay, this is gonna sound mean. Who cares? You guys.
Yes.
Some of the carers are like older. You guys are young, and I can relate.
We can relate.
We can relate more.
Yeah.
Like if
Because we're still big kids. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
We still play on the park at the the swings. That's what it is.
Yeah, big kids.
Yeah.
like if I try and say something, like not that I always say it, but like I'll give you an example. So one of the carers. So I don't know if you've heard you've heard someone say 6'7". It's like
Oh,
It's
it's
like
a
a
new
meme.
trend apparently. A new trend.
6, 7.
Yeah.
Oh, the freaking time.
I actually watched Kim Kardashian do that last night
Oh,
on
I
TikTok. It was
seen
so
that. I
strange.
seen
Yeah.
that.
I don't even get it.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
not
get it
that
either.
Funny.
I don't get it either, but Layla seems to think it
I was
is.
playing volleyball with one of the carers, and we were keeping score. He goes, "I got 5, you got 6," and I was like, 5, 6. How about 6, 7? And he goes, "No, 5, 6." He doesn't even understand it. It was so funny. Like, but he's older, so I can't really be like, "Oh, don't know it."
Yeah.
Well, with you guys, you've seen it. And
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can somewhat
Know it
relate.
or you don't.
Yeah, that's it. You just you
know
get
or
it
you
or you
don't.
don't. Yeah, that's
It's,
right. If
it's
you know,
just
you
another
know.
one of those stupid trends that
Yeah.
kids
'Cause
attach
we're-
That's the
themselves
only
to.
one
We're all
I'll
on
say. All the
TikTok.
other ones like skibbity.
Oh, don't
No,
start with
I don't
skibbity.
I don't
Far
like
out.
those ones. I like 6, 7.
Yeah.
So you like when they're relatable, pretty much.
Yeah.
Some
so,
of them
closer
I
in
can
age.
relate to them, even if they're older, but they're the ones who are parents, so like they.
Oh, it's like pros and cons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
but we also, I mean, you've seen yourself that I am very fussy when it comes to the type of carers that come
Yeah.
into our home, because there's a lot to consider, and we will unpack that in another podcast.
Yeah.
Just because it's there's a fair bit of information there when it comes to choosing the right carers to fit your home, because just because you guys do really well here, and there's that fine line between being professional but also fitting in with the
Yeah,
family as
yeah.
well.
Go.
Okay, so I thought you had something
No.
burning you wanted to say.
It was like that.
But the type of people that are here, everyone has good intentions.
Yeah.
No one is trying to be malicious or
Neglectful. or-
yes,
Yeah, that's
they
right.
all do a really good job of looking after your dad. And I've said to you before, and I've said it to your sister recently, when you go down this spiral of complaining about certain carers, I've said, well, what would you prefer? That we just put dad in a group home?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We want dad here. So sometimes it's sacrificing that part of our home life for the sake of having dad here, because that's more important than, you know, someone telling you, don't do that, Layla.
Yeah.
I do understand, like all of them, they have good intentions, but it's just like it's more they're annoying.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't want to be a hater, but
That's all
they're
right.
all annoying.
But it's not the profession, it's
Yeah.
personality clashes,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
going to happen when you have such a big group of people.
Yeah.
Like so I think when I think about that, then like I don't really think I just don't think anything bad of them.
Yeah.
But there have been carers who they got good intentions, but they're rude.
Yeah.
But like I remember,
Don't say their name.
I'm not gonna say their name.
Are they still working?
No.
Okay, cool.
There was one carer. This was in our old house. She spilled a drink on the floor, and it was her fault. But just because I was there, she told me to clean it up.
Yeah.
What? Good thing she's not here.
Shout out to that one. I hope we don't know where you live.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No idea. Do not say their name.
I won't.
The only thing I was gonna say is, like, just off the back end of that is, like, I think with a lot of people who are in this kind of a space, or let's say like you have somebody in your family who does have a disability and you're having to deal with having people in your house, it's the fact that Vicky has been able to draw that line of like, okay, well, personality is important, and I am gonna make it important that this still feels like a home instead of a clinical environment, because I've been to many programs before where it just feels like you're going to a clinical setting, and
Yeah.
they're very happy for you to just do everything clinical and then get out of there.
Yeah.
And that brings its own, I guess, you know, lifestyle, you know. So the fact that this is still places a big importance on the chemistry and also making this a home setting,
Yeah,
I think sets it
100%.
apart
Yeah.
from a lot of different
100%.
programs.
Chemistry is a big one, but also keep in mind there's so many factors at play, including a lot of, like, you guys. So Paul's program is 2 carers 24/7.
Yeah.
So a lot of other clients may only
Breaks.
have a 4 hour need for
Yeah.
carers, or an 8 hour need, or whether it's respite or whatever. But here we've got 2 people 24/7, and it's like a revolving door.
Yeah, okay. I never thought about that. Yeah, true.
So that's why the team is bigger than a typical client.
Yeah.
There needs to be a flow. Otherwise, it's...
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
that's
why, I mean, perfect example is I did a meet and greet recently with a lovely lady. She was lovely, but she did not fit in with us.
Yeah.
And I could tell, and there was a few barriers there, one of them being communication, because even though language barriers don't tend to be a huge issue as long as you can understand basic instructions, and even if you don't have the clinical experience that comes with working here, we can teach you everything you know. However, it's personality that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into it too much because we will talk about it again.
Yeah.
But personality is a big factor, because it's not just getting along with the family and being able to communicate with the client. It's also about getting along with who you're working with and the rest of the team. Because when the team, everyone gets along and you're having fun and enjoying your time at work,
Yeah.
that is a reflection on your client and the family as well. Because how often do we go out together?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that's right.
All together, not that often.
Yeah.
not
Not with
not the
everybody.
whole team, but like for example, last night we went shopping.
Yeah.
We went out to dinner. We do that.
Went to the beach.
We went to the beach the other day. Quite often there's a lot of things that we do together where you guys are included, and if we don't have that, if we don't have a good, I guess, family orientated dynamic, it doesn't work. I don't look at you guys as the professionals that are just here to do a job. You guys are literally part of the family, and I'm always mindful, not you two personally, I'm talking about any carers,
Yeah.
but that's how I have to think of you guys as part of the family, and think about what your needs are, to make sure that it's comfortable for you. I want you guys to be comfortable in my home, not too comfortable that, you know,
Yeah.
you help yourself to the cheese in my fridge.
Or you put your feet up on the couch with shoes on.
Oh, yeah, remember that guy?
Rubbing the
goodness.
feet against
And
the
then you cut your
cabinets.
nails.
Oh, don't talk about that.
A whole. Wait till we get
Oh,
into
mate,
that. Wait
that's
till
a
we get
whole
into that.
episode just on,
On what?
as a
not
carer,
to
what
do.
not to do.
Can I be on that episode?
Oh, that'll be like a
We'll see.
open discussion, free for all. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Lots
Anyway,
to tell there.
Too
okay.
many.
So, do you ever feel, Layla, like people don't understand what life is like for you, and what do you wish they knew?
So I think it depends. If it's someone who knows somebody that, or lives with someone that is in a wheelchair, is disabled or anything, then they might understand more. But anyone else, like, they're not gonna understand. Even my closest friends, they understand, but they don't understand everything. Like, they've, like, one of my friends, she's been over like so many times, but she's not here all the time to know, like, oh, this is what dad does, this is what my dad does, is like, he does this and whatever.
Yeah. Can I just say as well, with Layla's friends, I think kudos to them as well, because there are a lot of adults who are still like, oh, I find it hard to kind of be around that. But even her friends are like, willing and open to spend time with her, even with
Yeah.
you know the situation, you know, which is really cool.
Like I remember I invited all my friends for my birthday this year for a sleepover, and they all introduced themselves to my dad, like, oh hi, this is my name. Or even I had a friend come over for a sleepover. She even said hi and bye to him and stuff. She even said hi to my whole family, and she's like kind of shy.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive, because there's a lot of adults that can't even do that, or are scared to do that. So for a child to come into our home and understand that Layla's dad is disabled, he also can't talk, but to be just open and friendly, because we even have family friends who did not have much to do with anyone disabled, or not to Paul's extent, or haven't been introduced into a life like ours until becoming friends with us. And now when the kids come over after many years, the kids, like Paul is just a normal person, you know, like it's like, hey, and then off they go. It's like, oh, it's just like Layla's dad or Sophia's dad. He's just like, you know, you don't really deal with the dad much. So it's just like hi Paul, and then off they go. And I like that it to our close friends, we're just a normal family to them.
And it's not like them always saying, oh hi Paul, my name is this and that. It's like they're actually saying hi.
It's not awkward.
It's not awkward. That's right.
And a lot of them also have gotten to know you guys as carers, because I have, you know, even friends that will say, oh, do you want to get together and do something as a family, and keeping with Paul in mind, and they'll go, wait, who's on shift? Like,
Who's gonna be fun?
True.
It's like we will make plans depending on who's on shift that day as well. Okay. Have there been times where it felt emotionally heavy or confusing for you, and how do you deal with those feelings? Like, keeping in mind what you said about sometimes carers can frustrate you, how do you deal with those feelings?
So normally I feel like it's hardest when dad's not around, like he's in hospital or something. Because I'm so used to the house being all like very loud, and like the other day you woke me up because you slammed your door coming in at 9 o'clock.
Did I?
Yeah, I told you the other day.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Car door.
Yeah.
Car door.
Like
Wake a sleeping teenager
how do I-
on school
I
holidays,
know.
Damien,
I know.
reevaluate
I don't know how
life
to-
choices. Okay.
I'm gonna have to
Sla-
softly
Yes.
close it.
Do not close it at all.
It can't be worse than one of the carers at 11 o'clock at night sitting in front of the neighbour's house pumping music so loud that my neighbour complained. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? It's a residential neighbourhood. Anyway, sorry.
Like I'm used, like that's how I live, like in a very loud house. So when dad's not home for multiple days in a row, it's very like
Agitating.
it's really weird. I'm not used to it. Like when dad's not home, it's like kind of peaceful, but at the same time I still want my dad to be at home. But it, like I like it in the sense that I can talk freely, I can dress however I want. Like I don't have to cover up going downstairs. Or
Do you find that like you still get a sense of comfort when you're able to be with your dad and also give him affection and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you deal with those feelings though?
Normally I like to listen to music. Sometimes I sleep it off, even just showering, like the water.
That makes a lot of sense.
And I do have to give kudos to the kids, because like times when Paul is in hospital, and because every 4 to 5 months Paul goes to hospital to have his catheter changed, he also gets a bladder washout. It's a whole procedure done by the urologist. But because I have to always plan ahead with day surgery, where I have to be mindful of who's working. How am I going to get Paul home? Because I drop Paul off at the hospital with you guys, and you guys who are often driving separately. Not always, because you sometimes come with me, don't you?
Passenger princess.
I have to do. So I have to do the initial paperwork, sign consent forms, all of that for day surgery, and depending on where Paul is on the list for day surgery, I will wait around until he goes in, and then I will come home, because girls often will come home from school, and these days you let yourself in because you're a bit older, and you're at home for a little bit on your own until I come home, and then we organise dinner and whatnot, and then I wait for the phone call that Paul's ready. He can come and be picked up. So I will take the girls with me. I think last time, was it you?
No, Sophia.
Oh, Sophia
Because I had my
came.
friend over.
Oh, that's right. I think the time before that, Layla came with me, and it's like, it's such a proud moment for me as a parent, because I pull up, whoever's with me, Layla will get out of the car, open up the back of the car, get the ramp ready. It's like a really good routine that we have. Dad gets in the car. We know to make sure the car's comfortable temperature. Music's not too loud, but loud enough that we can still sing along.
Yeah.
And, always checking on him. So it's like, what? Even though juggling parenting and caring for my husband, who is a quadriplegic, who also can't talk, it is challenging in that I have to have both hats on at all times. But the girls, as they've gotten older, I can see more and more that you girls do have empathy and compassion and an understanding that I can't do it all on my own either, because it's not just the physical side of things. It's the emotional support that I get from the girls by helping me out. And it's like, when I see them just doing things automatically without me having to go, come on, help me put Dad in the car, or help me get him out of the car, because the carers need to do one thing and need to get to their car and follow us home and all of that. So it's, the whole thing tied together. I'm just overall very proud that you girls have
I'd be proud of me too.
But they're so
So
mature
modest.
as well. Like, they're really mature girls.
modest and
Yeah.
mature.
I know.
Yeah, very mature.
Mature.
Layla, how would you describe your relationship with Dad? So even though he can't talk, do you still feel connected to him?
So obviously I love my dad and all. I talk to him the way everyone else does, with blinks and like squeezing your hands and stuff. But I feel like I wish I could talk to him more, like, or at least spend time with him more, because I feel like I don't spend enough time with him, especially like with school and doing homework or hanging out with like my friends and stuff. Like, I wish I could just spend more time with him, because
And probably by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Without like carers, you probably want to spend time with
Yeah,
just your
some-
dad.
some carers, like, if I'm spending time with my dad, if he's in his room or something, they'll wait outside, even if they have to get him ready, give him medication and whatever. Like, they'll wait outside until I'm done. But sometimes other carers, they'll go in. They don't really care. That's not all carers, so most of them are fine.
Yeah, but I think that that's a really good point, because I find the same thing with me. If I'm in Paul's room and I'm spending time, or I'm having a conversation with him, if I know I need private time, I will close the door and I'll lock it, or I will say, hey guys, just give us a bit of time.
I should probably lock the door too.
Yeah. Just lock the door. Or if you want just some time to have a chat with Dad, because the thing with Paul is that when he's awake and alert and you're talking to him and having a conversation, and I think it's more important than when you girls are spending time with him, even more so than when I'm spending time with him, because he wants.
You got to spend more time with him before the accident.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's, I think, because he doesn't get as much time with you girls because you're at school, and he also understands you're teenagers, so you don't really want to hang out with your parents that much.
I want to hang out with my parents.
She's the only teenager I know.
Okay. Sure, you can hang out with your parents.
I also think when I talk to Dad, I feel kind of slack for doing this, but it's not that I talk to him like he's a baby, but because you have to ask yes or no questions, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard. So sometimes I'll change the tone of my voice. Like the way I'm talking to you now, I wouldn't I feel like sometimes I don't even talk to him like this.
Yeah, but that's because even though Dad's cognition, so his ability to process the information you're giving him, even though his cognition is pretty good, you still have to speak slowly and clearly to make sure that he understands everything you're saying. So the way we're talking now, it might be a little bit too fast for him to comprehend fully what we are trying to say, even though he understands everything, but the processing ability, we don't know that it's as good as it once was.
Yeah.
However, ensuring that you speak slowly and clearly, you then know that he is understanding and that he can respond. Because for me, I need to think of the question. I need to think what answer hang on, let me start again. I need to make sure that he is able to respond in the best way. So I need to stop and think, how am I going to ask that question for him to understand, to get the best response? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just make
That's
it
right.
clear and concise so that
Yeah.
you get the main message across.
Yeah, so you might think that you're speaking to him like a baby, but you're not. You're just, because I know how you speak to Dad. It's more about reframing your words to make sure that Dad understands and that he can then respond to you the best way he can.
Yeah.
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 And I'm sure like Paul likes like the girls coming in and spending time and chatting, just telling him about your day, even when you're not asking questions, like just giving an update, right? Like
That's right.
yeah.
Because even though it's a skill that we as adults, with new carers, like I said, when I mentioned, I think at the last meet and greet that I did, I've said, not everyone knows how to talk to someone who has a brain injury or Paul's level of cognition post-brain injury and someone who doesn't talk back. It's a skill in itself.
Yeah.
I think anyone who's worked with disability like autism, they might have a better skill there.
Yeah.
However, you as kids have watched and learnt along with us who have been with Dad for a long time that how you speak to Dad, others will learn from that as well.
Exactly,
I think people can communicate better with people with autism. I think that's because I know people with autism, I know most of them can. Is there like a small group that can't talk?
Yes, that's right.
I feel like because most people can talk with autism, so like they can still communicate better. But someone like Dad who's in a wheelchair, you have to be careful what kind of questions you ask, because you can't be like, oh, how was your day? You have to ask, was your day good? Was it bad?
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Yeah.
And
that's
actually, I still see that now because people come in and go, "Hi, Paul, how are you?" It's like, how do you want him to answer? 2 blinks means, yeah, I've had a great day, or 2 blinks could mean, I've had a shit day.
Yeah. That's right.
So it's really.
It's like you have to reverse engineer the conversation because you're building a response for him because he's not verbal.
Yes.
Like, although you might ask him something and he would have a good response as to what that is, because he can't voice that, you have to build that response to him, if that makes sense. Like,
That's
instead
right.
of, if I say, how are you? And his response would naturally be, I'm feeling pretty shit today. Like it's, I woke up pretty tired. Let's say that's his. But you don't get to that unless you can build that response for him. So
Yes.
unless you ask those questions that draw those responses that I've had a bad day, I am tired, I am this,
Yeah.
you can't elicit that response from him unless you can kind of reverse engineer that conversation.
So sometimes I will say, if I know I'm giving him two choices for an answer, I will give him both choices straight up, and then give it a minute for him to process, and then I will ask, if your choice was A, 2 blinks, if your choice was B, 1 blink, and then I'll wait. And you also have to have spent enough time with Paul to know if a blink is actually a response, because sometimes he'll just blink at everything and it's like, have you got something in your eyebrow?
Yeah. That's right. Or he's just yawned and like blinking, but
or he's just swallowed and
Yeah.
it's like just 2 automatic blinks
Yeah.
after every swallow. So there's things that you still need to get to know about Paul before you know if something is a response or not. So it just comes with time and experience working with someone like him.
Yes.
And it's all about person-centered care.
Yeah, that's right.
Getting to know your client and what they need. So
Yeah.
okay, Layla, what would you say to another young person whose parent just had a serious injury and life is changing for them? What would you want them to know?
I think they should just know everything will be fine. Like, even though it might be hard now, everything will still get better. Like, don't be embarrassed about it, because like, this is gonna sounds kind of sad, but I'm not embarrassed, but I used to be like, oh, why does Dad have to be in a wheelchair? Why can't he just walk normally like other people? Because I knew people are gonna be staring and stuff like that. So like, I just didn't want things. I didn't want, how do I explain this? I didn't want to have all the attention on our family just because of one person. So like, does that make any sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Do you still feel like that now?
Not really. Like, maybe sometimes, but I've gotten used to it, so I don't really think much of it.
What part do you think was, if you were saying embarrassed by something, what part would that be?
I think it's the fact that like, if you see someone in a wheelchair, it's not going to be somebody who like is in a power wheelchair. Like, is it a power wheelchair? Like a power wheelchair like that. Like, it's just going to be a regular one where they can wheel it themselves, or it's not it doesn't have any buttons or anything on it. Like, I think it's that, and the fact that he can't talk and he's like, his legs are out. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's like he's not even sitting in the chair properly, like how you would see someone normally in a wheelchair. I know that sounds kind of sad, but
No, I understand, because these days, a lot of the places we go to regularly, like our local shops and stuff, they're used to seeing Dad and his whole entourage.
That's right.
So they don't stare as much. But if we go somewhere
Like,
out of the vicinity that we don't normally go to, we might get a few more stares. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that people aren't used to seeing someone maybe in a power wheelchair.
they're just not educated, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
they
that's
just
what it
haven't been
is.
exposed to it, so they might stare. The eyes might linger for a bit longer. Like,
But
oh,
we
look at
stare
that.
them down anyway. So
Well, adults, I stare them down.
me too. I stare them down all the time. Like, what are you looking at? Look away. That's how I
But
always look.
kids are curious, and they'll be like, "Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
Oh, look, Mum, look
Yeah.
at that!" And I'm like, "Yeah, look at it."
That's right. You're educating your children. Yay.
But yeah, it's just because people haven't been exposed to it. But I don't. It doesn't bother me these days. People staring. It used to before. It used to shit me up the wall, especially you're at the shops and people will like stare blankly at you at Paul, and it's like, what, you never seen a disabled guy
Yeah.
before? But these days, there's disabled people with a disability are out and about a lot more.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's not as taboo as it
Yeah.
might have been. And I know in still a lot of ethnic cultures it still is.
Yes.
But we are very lucky here that, we are free to go pretty much anywhere. And these days it is also
It's more common and normal.
councils are spending money on accessibility, and even when we've gone to events, I know we've talked about before, when we go to events that they are doing more and more for people with a disability,
Yeah.
not just physical disability, but also the
Like
invisible disabilities,
Yes.
where people need a quiet space, like when we went to
Good
the Good Things Festival.
Yeah. And they had the tent for like
they had the quiet
overstimulated,
room. Yeah. So if you do get overstimulated, you've got somewhere where you can just sit and be quiet for 5 minutes.
Yeah, which is
to
good.
regroup your thoughts. I think they need one for people like me who.
I was gonna say we should
can't
have one in
stand
your
crowds.
house. What do you reckon?
So yeah, there's a lot more going on for people with a disability.
Yeah.
Um,
And they're
Layla?
including people with disabilities more like as well.
Yes.
Like
so
at that festival and stuff.
ramps
like they
and
made-
platforms
yeah.
and things like that. So accessibility has been,
Yes.
I mean, it's not excellent, but it's getting better. And so I think we are very privileged
Yeah.
that we have, we're in a country where we are thinking of everybody, not just the able-bodied people.
Yes. Yeah.
Layla, before we finish up, one last question. Do you think that with Dad being disabled and having carers and just this life that you're living, do you think it's made you stronger in any ways or more empathetic?
I'm not really sure actually. I wouldn't. What would you say? Because
I would say yes.
I'm not actually that sure.
It takes like strong children to be able to like come out of this and like she's mature. Layla is so mature.
This reality, it's kind of hard to see what's different.
Yeah.
So I think, as I mentioned before, I don't even know if I answered it properly, but growing up in this unique environment, yes, it's built you to be a strong person, because you're not someone who stares at someone in a wheelchair.
I know if I see them, I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna stare at them for ages. But
like you stand up for yourself. Like when you're at school and someone's being mean or whatever, you stand up for yourself, right?
yeah,
So
I'm not scared to say.
That's right, because you've been
And
in this environment. This is what's
that's-
making you strong.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's courage, and I think because of how you've like growing up in this environment, that we do promote and encourage you to stand up for yourself and be someone that you can rely on. That you don't have to rely on someone else. You've had at school where there've been issues with friends, and you've been the one to say, hey, I'm not going to put up with that behavior. You've had the courage to stand up to people. So I think it's made you strong in that way. Because there's a lot of kids that will just continue putting up with
Horrible bullying and
terrible behavior and bullying and,
Yeah.
and all of that. So I know that you've had a couple of, not now, but in primary school, you did have a couple of kids who were bullying. And that was, as a parent, it's like, it's really hard. I know one of the kids, I've tried to teach the kids to be empathetic in the way that
You don't know what's going on with them.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
there's usually when a child behaves that way, there's usually stuff going on at home.
Yeah.
And so I think I have instilled that in you from a young age, not to just hate on your bully, because that's not what we do, but have an understanding that there's probably like some crap
Yeah.
going on at home, and the only way that child can express themselves is to be that way at school. And because you are very kind and gentle hearted, you can sometimes be an easy target.
Yeah.
But now, as you're getting older, when you see that kind of behavior that doesn't resonate with you, and you know that I have more self-worth than to put up with that behavior, you now stand up for yourself.
Yeah. But even at home, like Layla and Sophia both will stand up for their dad as well. So like if we have carers and, you know, maybe they're not doing the right thing, or
Even nurses in hospital.
yeah,
Do you
like
remember
the
that
girls
time?
will, the girls
Um,
will.
Dad was
Yeah.
in hospital, and the lady, she was giving him a COVID test, and she went to go put it in his nose and then his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
See, and you told, and you did, you stood up for
I
him
don't-
and said like, you can't do that.
Oh, she brought it up.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't-
Yeah.
I wasn't rude about it. I was just like, oh, why would you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. See? Or, you know.
There you
Yeah.
go. So
So you're strong, independent woman.
Yes.
Go, Layla. Yeah.
Even boss had to wake up. Look at Nacho.
Aw. Wish you could see the dogs right now. We need a picture. We need the confetti to like throw in there.
Yes.
You show it.
Yeah.
all right, anyway, I think we might wrap it up there, guys. Thank you very much for being a guest on the show. I hope you will join us again.
With the carers? Talk about carers.
We'll see.
Stay tuned.
Once again, we are not medical professionals. We're a bunch of
I am.
relatively normal people just talking shit. If you have any issues about anything you've heard today, I will give you Damien's personal email. Direct them at him.
Yeah.
And if you want to share your story with us, we will leave our details in the description, or follow us on socials, or drop us an email at spoonfedtruth@outlook.com.
Yeah.
We would love to hear your story. And also, if you are interested in being a guest on our show, we would love that to get in touch. Until next time, have a great day, and
Yeah.
we'll see you at the next episode.
Bye.